Okay, I think that I am live and I'm incredibly excited to be here for my weekly Wednesday live. I always just like to double check what I'm doing is I'm kind of looking at my phone just to see whether or not it shows me being live on my Facebook page as well as over on my YouTube channel. And yes, indeed, I can see that I am live, which means we are ready to rock and roll. So, first of all, welcome to my weekly Wednesday chat about art, creativity, surface pattern design, which is my passion, and also creative entrepreneurship. And today is a very, very special session because one of my dear friends who I've met through the surface pattern design community, her name is Bärbel Dressler, and she lives in Sweden, and she has the most amazing course about surface pattern design when you're ready to take your skills to a whole new level. I'm going to talk about that today because I am I'm very proud to be one of her affiliate partners. And you know me, I don't actually promote a lot of other people's programs. I'm very focused on supporting you with what it is that you need to make progress in your surface design journey. And so the great thing about Bärbel's program is that it builds on things that you've taken from me. So I teach you from Doodles to Dollars, which I know many of you watching, or if you're here live with me or you're watching the replay, many of you have taken with me. And then many of you have also gone on to take my Pattern Design Academy program, which is the perfect next step after you take Doodles, because Doodles teaches you how to make your very first repeating pattern. And then my Academy program takes you to the next step. But of course, many of you who are watching this have not taken my Academy program, but you might have taken Doodles. And so you do have those fundamental skills, which prepares you for a program like Bärbel's. And Bärbel's program is called Repertoire. And it's the perfect name for her program because she is going to help you elevate your level of sophistication and your level of knowledge in surface design pattern techniques and styles because she does it through the lens of history. She's a bit of a history nerd. She will say this herself, so I'm not saying anything out of anything out of school. She likes to talk about the fact that she is a history buff, and so she actually very much studied surface design through the lens of history because surface design has been around forever. And so one of the things I'm going to share with you today is how she dives into these historical styles, and in her program, Repertoire, teaches you how to make them. Of course, in your own style, but understanding historical styles and being able to deconstruct those historical styles, understand how the masters created them, gives you additional tools and techniques to add to your skill set. And so I am going to use my cute little emoji for a minute because I'm so excited that enrollment is open for her program right now. So I'm going to actually share my screen and see if this works because I've opened up the Repertoire information page, right? And I also have it at the very top of today's broadcast. So there's a big long link at the top of the broadcast today, which is my affiliate link, which takes you to this page. And the reason I wanted to go through this page with you is because I don't want you to miss some of the amazing details about why this course is so amazing. Now, it is a more advanced program, for sure. It is not a beginner course. So if you've never opened Adobe Illustrator before, then you want to come in and take my Doodles first. And then I probably would recommend you also come into my Academy program second. But when you're ready to move past that fundamental baseline knowledge that I provide to you, Bärbel is the next place to go. And so as you can see, what she likes to do is she likes to make sure people understand that this program is about learning more about surface pattern design and being able to think about all of the different types of patterns that you haven't created before that you have curiosity around, and you want the tools and techniques to actually build them. So one of the things I want to do is I want to just scroll down to this area right here. So that's Bärbel. She lives in Sweden. She's an amazing teacher. She's got a great sense of humor. She's really, really fun to be around. And so when you're inside the course and you're in the Q&As with her, she's really, really a lot of fun. It's a 12-week program. And she's built it in a very, very fascinating way. It's 12 weeks and they're 8 modules, which means she's got more implementation weeks built in. So this might be a little bit hard to see on your screen, but if you go to the link that's at the top of this broadcast, you can then scroll down and then look at this more carefully. But enrollment is open right now and only until September 16th. So if you're watching this, today's the 10th. And so it's open right now, and then it'll close at midnight on Pacific time on the 16th. So you still have several days to make up your mind and to really dig into the details to see if it's a good fit for you and the right next step in your surface pattern design journey. So she has an opening ceremony on the 18th, which you can see right here. I don't know if you can see if my cursor shows up. It might show up. And then what she does is she releases a couple of modules, and then she gives you an implementation week. And then she releases a couple of modules and you get another implementation week, which I think is a really brilliant way for you to work through the material. And what I want you to know about is I just want to show you these incredibly beautiful pattern types that you will learn in the course. They're amazing. So for example, you can see that she's going to talk about this Islamic style and how these patterns are created. There's a whole series of pattern techniques around this acanthus leaf. And one of the things that Bärbel, listen, if you're multitasking, come back to me. When I took this program, I took it because I wanted to take my own skills to the next level. And what I absolutely loved about the course was not only learning all of these styles that you can see depicted here, but Bärbel shows you how she draws them. And I don't have a lot of confidence in my drawing skills. And so I was really, really attracted to the fact that she breaks these patterns down and shows you how to actually draw acanthus leaves or some of the very complex florals that are in the arts and craft style patterns, how to draw paisleys and the different ways to draw paisleys. She also covers rosettes. She goes into ancient Egyptian patterns. I love millefleur. Millefleur means a million flowers. Liberty is, of course, one of my all-time favorites. I, in fact, have a blouse that looks very much like this pattern. She covers ancient Greek and Roman pattern design, Indian florals, African ginger jar. I also love, she also does really, really beautiful blues, the whole series of pattern designs that are using these gorgeous blues and that are in the chinoiserie. Here's a depiction of the chinoiserie, which is using pink and blues. Love, love, love that. And then one of I find the most challenging patterns that I'm still working on today to get to be really good are damask. And so I didn't cover all of them. There's so many here. And it's just incredible to be able to learn not only how these were initially evolved, how pattern design initially evolved over the years to create all of these different types of styles, and then also how we can develop our drawing skills. And so these videos inside the course, I watch them over and over again because they're tutorials on how to draw motifs in the different styles and variations. And I found that super, super valuable. And then, of course, she does take you into Adobe Illustrator and she shows you how she places her motifs, how she ensures that she's sharing her best practices for how to vectorize your drawings. And also she gives you a lot of downloadable guides and templates to help you along the way. There are also some incredible bonuses. She's got an entire bonus about toile de jouy. And this is a very, very complex style, which is depicting scenes, right? It's like people sitting under a tree or walking across a bridge. You can see it behind here. This is an example of one of them. And she also she is a very successful designer she's fully licensed, has been licensed in a variety of different product categories, including scarves, which she'll talk about in the program. But she also has a Loomwell, because she has such a great relationship with this company called Loomwell. She offers a student challenge where you can get licensed. You participate in the challenge during the Repertoire program, and then Loomwell will select 10 candidates who have a chance to win a wallpaper licensing collaboration. Let me say that again. This is incredible, right? So with the challenge, students get invited to create and submit a pattern collection, and you submit it to Loomwell, and then they select 10 candidates who have a chance to actually win a licensing contract with them, which is incredible. And the course has all of the bells and whistles that you would normally get with an online course, but it's so much, there's so much more. And she's got beautiful, beautiful stories from many, many of her students who've been successful, and how it's just opened up a wonderful world of surface design at a whole different level. So this is the page to go to. And again, the link is in the description of today's broadcast. But I highly recommend that you come and check it out. You can also hear directly from Bärbel. She's got a little video right here that you can watch. But let me come also back on screen and just talk a little bit more about why I took it, because you may be considering it. You may feel like you already are trying to get through Bonnie Christine's course, or you're trying to get through my course. And so you may feel like, oh my gosh, I just cannot sign up for another online course right now. And I totally get it. So Bärbel will offer it again next year. She offers it usually right around this time of the year. It's either late August or September. And she hasn't decided next year which it will be, but probably late August or early September. So you can absolutely put it on your calendar for next year so that you don't miss it. I will talk about it again next year because I'm a huge fan of hers. And I do feel like we all learn so much by taking courses from different teachers. As your style evolves and as your technique evolves, and as you want to continue to develop your skill set, it's great to learn from different teachers. And Bonnie Christine is a master. She's incredible. I took her program at the very beginning of my journey, and I love her. So you can wait for her program, or you can take Bärbel's program, which is also just absolutely outstanding. And I think that we really have cornered the market, the three of us, in terms of helping you with your surface pattern design journey. And I want to be really humble and say that I think that I'm the one who's at the beginning stages. I help you with the beginning stages. I think that I have the ability to teach slowly and very step by step. And my classes are very small, so there's more personal touch. But that isn't anything to take away from the amazing program that Bonnie offers, and she offers it in February every year. It's called Immersion, and many of you may have taken it, or you might still be getting through it. It's incredible. And many people take my Pattern Design Academy first so that they have the foundation that they need to kind of keep up with her. And then Bärbel is also one of Bonnie's students, and she has this incredibly specific course that really is around how to up-level your skill set by learning about all of these historical styles. And you're not just learning about them through the history lens, you're learning how to actually replicate them with your own sense of style and your own kind of desired color palettes or your own flair. But I have to say, when I took it myself, and I've actually signed up to take it again now with her as an alumni, because I didn't get through all of them. And right now, my biggest challenge is really trying to master the damask. And so I'm super excited to really have that be my particular focus, but I know I will learn so much again. And it'll also help me get back into drawing, because sometimes I find that I kind of let my drawing skills lag a little bit. I'm not practicing enough. And so the drawing tutorials inside Bärbel's program are just amazing. Really, really amazing. So I wanted to just ensure that I came on for my live today to tell you how excited I am that enrollment is open. I wanted to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into why I love this program and highly recommend it for you. Once you have a base of knowledge about how to create a repeat, because it is not a beginner-friendly course. She is amazing, and she and her entire team will absolutely support you, but it's great to already know how to create your first repeat or several of repeats, so you already have that muscle so that you can really lean into how she takes your skills to the next level and introduces you to all of these different pattern types that will help you build a very robust portfolio. So I couldn't be more excited to support her. She's a dear friend, and so that's what I wanted to focus on today. So let me make sure that I go and open up my window of comments to see who's here with me live today. And so good, Amy. I love the fact that you nerded out with her this week. Isn't she incredible? I love it. She is amazing. I totally agree. And then Diane said, I enjoyed her free course also. She's amazing. She is amazing. And I think that the great thing about it is that this is definitely a course, I would say, for both of you, for Diane and Amy, this is a course you want to take at some point, because I think you will absolutely love it. And I know, Amy, you're in my program right now, and so you probably want to focus on my program and then wait and take Bärbel's next year. And don't worry, I know that you and I will still be connected next year, and so I will remind you. But I do think it's something that you want to put on your radar, because frankly, it helped me become a much better surface pattern designer and to really elevate my own skill set. And then Diane, I know that you might also be interested in doing it, or if you enjoyed her free program, isn't it great to learn so much from her for free? So I love that. And I appreciate you guys being here live with me. And, I never want to take up too much time. So it's been almost 20 minutes. And Mary just joined. It's nice to see you, Mary. Thank you for joining us. And so I'm going to let you go. All you need to do to learn more about all of the details around her course is to click that link that's at the top of the broadcast. I'm pretty sure that I also, actually, I know that I did email you. I emailed you this morning to talk a little bit about it as well, because I don't want you to miss the opportunity to enroll if now is the right time for you. And if now's not the right time for you, don't worry, she'll offer it again next year. And I will make sure that I remind all of us when it comes around again next year. But please feel free to reach out to me. If you're on my email list, you can always reply to any of the emails you get from me. Just hit the reply button and tell me if you've got a question. I'm happy to follow up with you. And thank you so much for joining me today. I am always delighted to be here. And let's do some more emojis before I say goodbye. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll be back again next week. Okay? Bye for now. And I always like to say, in closing, oh, so Maria, fantastic. So Maria said, I took it too, and I'm ready to expand. I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. So I always like to say in closing that I am Anne La Follette, and it's never too late to create. So keep working on your surface pattern design skills. Check out Bärbel's amazing program, and I will see you all next week. Bye for now.